Just before rotation, Roaring Moon EX was the most popular deck at regional major Pokemon TCG events. And when rotation occurred, people thought Roaring Moon was dead because it was losing some really important pieces like Galarian Moltres V. But joke's on us, Roaring Moon is back, and we've got multiple builds of Roaring Moon doing well. And today we are going to be covering the build that caught players by surprise at EUIC. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to be talking about Roaring Moon with the Dunsparce. This is a deck that I first saw make waves in the online scene. I think it's Freeware. Shoutouts to Freeware for the original deck concept, and then Mark Hostrup played it at EUIC and got all the way to 4th place, and this deck continues to do well in the online scene and probably will continue to do well in the tournament scene going forward. So let's get into this deck. We've got the Roaring Moon EX, of course. It is a dark type attacker, 230 HP, and some 2 awesome moves here. Frenzied Gouging for 2 dark and a colorless is an instant KO. However, you take 200 damage in the process. Depending on the scenario where you're trading in, you don't mind putting yourself in a negative spot, especially if you've got the prize lead where you can just kind of force the issue or take that game-winning KO. And then Calamity Storm is not bad as well. 2 dark and a colorless, you do 100 damage, and if you discard a stadium, you're doing another 120 more. So being able to discard that stadium, doing 220 is enough to knock out a lot of basic EXs and basic Vs. And we have new to the deck is Baby Roaring Moon. And I think like if you play regular Roaring Moon, if you play Roaring Moon EX, you're also gonna be playing this Roaring Moon going forward because it's such a great addition to the deck. Gives you a single prize attacker, 140 HP, and for 2 energy, Vengeance Fletching does 70 damage plus 10 more damage for each ancient card in your discard pile. In the early game, this can help you take out small attackers like Raltses and Kirlias or Comphase, and in the end game, when there's a lot of ancient cards in the discard pile, this can take one shots as on multi-prize Pokemon as well. So very cool addition to the deck. And maybe the coolest addition of all is the Dunsparce line. This was something that people were not really talking about until this deck really put the Dunsparce as a draw engine on the map. Its runaway draw lets you draw 3 cards, and then you shuffle in the Dunsparce and a Dunsparce back into the deck. And the general idea is you want to keep having Dunsparces so you can evolve them into the Dunsparce and then just keep drawing cards, which can help you draw a ton throughout the game. Even Dunsparce isn't bad as well. It's got free retreat, so that can help you just use it as a pivot so you can dark patch onto your attackers. And it's just some really nice synergy with this core of the 2 Roaring Moons and the Dunsparce and the regular Dunsparce as well. Then we've got Radiant Greninja to discard energy and draw 2 cards. We will not be using the Moonlight Shuriken attack in this deck, though I guess you could use it with Sada's Vitality and energy switches, but we don't have any of that in this deck. I'm sure someone's going to try eventually, though. For trainer cards, we got 2 copies of Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards, grab a Pokemon of our choice, and we can use this to get evolution Pokemon as well. Get that to Dunsparce in play. We have 1 Penny. This lets you put one of your basic Pokemon and all attached cards into your hand. This is really defense against control decks like your Snorlax doll, get like Greninja off the board or what have you. Whatever is trapped, you can get it out of the way. 4 copies of Explorer's Guidance. You get to look at the top 6 cards of your deck, keep 2, throw the other 4 in the discard pile. This is great for building up the ancient cards in your discard pile for that Baby Roaring Moon attack, but also just grabbing cards you need. Lets you dig really deep into the deck. Just keep in mind, you are milling your deck pretty fast with Explorer's Guidance, so you'll want to make sure you don't run out of cards in the process. 4 copies of Dark Patch, helping us attach dark energy from our discard pile onto our benched Pokemon. This is going to be one of the key ways we accelerate energy, along with Sada's Vitality, where we can choose 2 of our ancient Pokemon, attach an energy to each, and draw 3 cards. 4 copies of Earthen Vessel. Not only is this an ancient card which can help us build up our Roaring Moon attack, but we can also discard a card and draw 2 energy or get 2 energy from our deck, which helps us accelerate to our attackers. 3 copies of Trekking Shoes. We get to look at the top card of our deck when we play this. Either keep it or discard that card and draw another one. Again, just more ways of digging through the deck while also discarding energy to reattach with Sada and Dark Patch. 1 copy of Super Rod helps us get in any combination 3 either basic energy or Pokemon. So keep this. This is a very important card, especially towards the mid to late game where you might need more baby Roaring Moons or your Dunsparces got sniped out, whatever it might be. Just make sure to don't get rid of the Super Rod because I find it to be an incredibly important card in this deck. 3 copies of Artazon to get our non-rule box Pokemon in play. So fantastic for getting Dunsparces and baby Roaring Moons in play. 1 copy of Prime Catcher, where we get to switch our opponent's bench Pokemon into the active, and we have to switch one of our bench Pokemon into the active as well. This is essentially a free boss's orders with a Dunsparce in play. So let's say you've got your attacker already in the active. You can just pivot into the Dunsparce and then pivot out the Dunsparce with your free retreat and just attack. So basically an item-based boss's orders, which is fantastic. We do have 1 copy of boss's orders for gusting as a supporter and counter catcher when we fall behind on prizes as a gust option. 4 copies of Ancient Booster Capsule to boost our attackers by 60 HP, making the Roaring Moon EX a whopping 290 HP, and then Roaring Moon, the baby Roaring Moon, as a 200 HP single prize attacker, which is incredibly obnoxious for a lot of decks to deal with. And then 4 Nest Balls to get any of our basic Pokemon down. Last but not least, 9 energy. So generally speaking, we want to start attacking with the baby Roaring Moon and have a Dunsparce or 2 in play, and then get Radiant Greninja on the board so you can discard energy, draw cards. You're going to be using stuff like Dark Patch and Sada to accelerate multiple energies on the board, and you kind of want to save Roaring Moon EX for when you can take that big KO. It's okay to not bench Roaring Moon EX at the beginning of the game and just kind of poke a little bit with the baby Roaring Moon, but at some point you'll probably end up using both. I think this is a very cool deck. It's a ton of fun to play. It's probably my favorite deck so far in the Temporal Forces era that I have tested so far, and it seems very strong as well. Let's get to these matches. We'll lead with the baby Roaring Moon, and I hope we can draw into a Sada here. That would be nice. Yeah, we'll Earthen Vessel one of the energies, get 2 energy, turn this into a Greninja, and hopefully we can Sada's Vitality and get the opening salvo off. Here comes the Chien-Pao. Okay. Chien-Pao, winnable matchup. Absolutely winnable matchup. I think where we don't want to get exposed, and this isn't in the video. I think we played against this person just now. We started the big Roaring Moon, and we could never recover. Went Roaring Moon into nothing, and they just blasted us with Chien-Pao over and over again. They took 4 prizes before we could even take 1. And this is a little bit of a better setup for us here, in the sense that maybe we can get an opening swing on this Chien-Pao and do at least a little bit of chip damage here. Okay, let's go and... Okay, Sada's Vitality. There we go. Fantastic. And let's go... Nest Ball for a Greninja. And I will Earthen Vessel away 1 energy and draw 2. And this makes me want to use Artazon to get a... Okay. Roaring Moon, the Dunsparce. I can use Artazon now to grab ourselves another Dunsparce. And we can Sada's Vitality here. And we get 2 energy, which is nice. And we'll be looking for opportunities to come swing with the big Roaring Moon. Okay, let's go and dig. Yeah, Trekking Shoes into Trekking Shoes, the classic. Let's go. Yeah, we'll hold that Ancient Booster Capsule and force them to burn a bunch of energy, knocking out the baby Roaring Moon, and arguably could put the 3rd Dunsparce in there, but right now we don't have any way of... Okay, let's just swing for 90. Where this could get away from us is right now I don't really have a draw engine. Okay, Pokestop's not bad for us. It's great for them, but do they have the Baxcalibur play? Of course they have the Baxcalibur play. Yeah, they've already got the second Chien-Pao on deck. That's annoying, but potentially leaves us in a position where we could snipe out. Okay, they're going to set up a second Chien-Pao. Probably load the energy between the two at this point. Ooh, they get a Prime Catcher as well. That's really annoying, knowing they get that snipe anytime, and we run no hand disruption. So it does suck to know that is a thing they can do, and it does freak me out. I think that's something to keep in mind if we're going to bench Roaring Moon, like Roaring Moon EX, is that you don't bench that until we're ready to take two prizes, because I don't want them sniping that off the bench. And yeah, they're going to load a bunch of energy here, and they have to burn all 4 of it right now just to KO. Yeah, just to KO that baby Roaring Moon. So how many? So 70, 80, let's see, 80, 90, 100, 110. 110 is not going to do it right now. Let's go and add a... Let's go Pokestop here. Yeah, we're not going to do enough damage to knock out this Chien-Pao. Okay, now we will. And we can go and grab 2 energy. Oh, God. Okay. We are in a little bit of a jam here. I'm actually going to bench this third Dudunsparce because we don't have any other attackers here. And I really don't want to bench the Roaring Moon at this point. I don't want a Super Rod right now either. We might have to. Let's go and Explorer's Guidance. And I think we have to take the Sada. And I think we take the Dunsparce too. And we get rid of the other stuff. So we should take a KO here, which is nice. And one thing we can do that's fun is we can Runaway Draw. Excellent. Go into a Dunsparce. And we can also... Let's go and actually with the Nest Ball, let's go get down another baby Roaring Moon. And I can the Dunsparce again. And let's go and shuffle those into... Yeah, we'll draw 3 cards. Okay, we get ourselves a Roaring Moon. And I'm going to attach the second energy. And I will... There's too much energy in the... Yeah, there's too much energy in the deck. I'm going to go and grab... Or too much energy in the... Okay, there it is. This should be enough. This should be enough. Yeah, we'll have enough here. I could use... I think we're going to use the... We're going to get a second Dudunsparce down. Or Dunsparce down. And I will put another Capsule here and force them to burn more energy to knock out. Now, we could put ourselves in a position where... There's our Prime Catcher. That's fantastic. In a position where baby Roaring Moon can take a one-shot on a Chien-Pao. And actually, they're pretty vulnerable right now, right? We have the Prime Catcher in hand. We can take out a Baxcalibur. And that could be enough to stall for time. Okay, nope, they get the friggin' backs down. Damn. Okay, so much for that plan. So much for that plan. If we can get some Dark Patches and just get a Roaring Moon set up, like a Roaring Moon EX, would be fantastic. Okay, they're going to get another KO here. So I think we want to run the single prize face as long as we can. And we might want to use our... Let's see how much damage we're doing. So 70, 80, 90, 120, 130, 140. 150, 160. Oh, they're going to snipe out the two. Oh, that's annoying. They're going to snipe out the Dunsparces. I did not account for that. Okay, that sucks. All right. Okay, we got the counter catcher rolling. That's nice. I know they have a prime catcher in hand. So right now we are doing, how much are we doing? We're doing 140. How do we want to do this? I don't think we need Penny. Let's go and grab the last two energy out of the deck. That's annoying. Let's go and draw two. Dark Patch, Sada. Yeah, and we can prime catcher a... Do we want to do that, though? If we go after the Chien-Pao... Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to go in with the big Roaring Moon. This is a little bit of a gamble here, but we're going for it. Okay, 1, 2. All right. We will go Dark Patch. I will Ancient Booster Capsule up, and we will attach energy. And I'm going to... We're going to Prime Catcher up a Chien-Pao. And that gets us... Okay, so if they knock this out at this point... Actually, do we have a second Roaring Moon that we could get? Here, let's go and Pokestop here. I want to put ourselves in a position... Oh, God. Well, there goes our second Roaring Moon plan. Okay, let's Calamity Storm. Damn, I really wanted to come in with the second Roaring Moon to finish off this Chien-Pao, but we don't get it. Okay, can we finish this off with the baby Roaring Moon? Okay, here comes Boss. Okay, let's see how much damage we're doing. 70, 80, 90, 130, 150, 18. Oh my goodness. Come on, PTCG Live, please. 90, 130, 150, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110. Okay, we should have it. If they come in with the other Chien-Pao, we should be okay. Which I think they have to at this point. Okay, they get a second backs. And they have to knock us out with Chien-Pao, or they lose. Yep, they get their energy. Load it up. And they don't really run Hand Disruption. I don't think they will, like, Iono us here. They could. They very well could. And that would be a problem. But not the end of the... it could be the end of the world. Could be the end of the world. Damn, the Greninja Snipe. I did not see that. Did not see that, but that's okay. Big Roaring Moon came in for the knock and puts a lot of pressure on them. They have to bring in Chien-Pao. I don't know if they have the energy, right? They got 4. Okay. Oh, they've got Switch. All right. Yeah. For a moment like this. So hopefully... Oh, they just scoop. Geez, they probably didn't have the energy to knock out Roaring Moon, at which point they would have been done. So, Roaring Moon EX, like lots of nice synergy between the baby Roaring Moon and Roaring Moon EX, like being able to get some incremental chip damage in the early game, and then Baby Roaring Moon, actually a pretty good end game attacker too. But sometimes when you want to press the issue, you can just bring in Roaring Moon EX. Like, that's the most dangerous this deck can be, is when you can pop a Roaring Moon EX out of nowhere and say, bet, I'm knocking something out for 2 prizes, and now it's 290 HP you have to deal with, and I get an instant KO if you can't knock me out on the following turn. And yeah, against this Chien-Pao, we were able to put ourselves in a position where they could not get that follow-up KO. So we will take that win. GG's. Okay, we're going to start with Baby Roaring Moon in the active, and we'll leave it at that for now. Unfortunately, we don't have the Sada's Vitality, which is unfortunate. Gardevoir. All right. We probably want to play this straight up, like, well, with just Baby Roaring Moon, and go from there. We kind of don't want to bench Big Roaring Moon here, unless we're going... I guess at a certain point, no, we still don't. We don't want to bench Roaring Moon here at all, because this eventually will get to a point where it can take out Gardevoir EX. So we kind of just want to go with the single prize race as long as we can, and make sure we don't lose the Super Rod. That is incredibly important for us. Man, it would have been nice. Maybe we get... I don't think we're going to get a Sada's Vitality play here on this opening turn. I don't know why they would bench Manaphy at this point. That's kind of weird. The Flutter Mane is fine. We're not going to get burned. Like, yeah, they're going to throw Flutter Mane in the active. That's fine. That doesn't impact us. Oh, they'll throw Manaphy in the active. Okay. That's kind of... I mean, yeah, they're assuming we could get buried here. Okay, let's go and dig. Yeah, we can go grab the ball, and we'll go grab ourselves a Greninja. And let's go Artazon. Unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to get... We are not going to get the Sada play right now. Let's go Explorer's Guidance. And we will go... Holy cow, we're not going to get any energy here, are we? Okay, let's go and grab the Ultra Ball and the Capsule. And let's go Ancient Booster Capsule up. This is a rough start. I don't like this at all. So we kind of have to hope we get off the Dunsparce some energy and a Sada's Vitality. Okay, we're just going to get Iono'd anyway. That could be good for us. Okay. Yeah, we get the Dunsparce. We get some energy in. Unfortunately, not going to get the... Yeah, we do lose the Super Rod, and that's a little bit of an annoyance. If we can just keep trading 1 for 1 here, we'll be in a good spot. And right now they have... Okay, they've got only 1 energy in the discard pile. The only way we really get burned is if Greninja gets stuck in the active with Flutter Mane, but like that's not hard to get out of. Okay, they're gonna go and get Curlia rolling. Yeah, if we can take a 1, I guess even if we fall behind on prizes, we can go after the Gardevoir for the 2 prizers, because they have to have a 2 prizer on the board. We do not. We don't necessarily have to. We should have counted how many Baby Roaring Moons we have so that we can, pace this match accordingly. In a worst case scenario, we can even attack with Dunsparce, right? Colorless energy, dig. I think they're like the Drifloon we can knock out. Okay, so they didn't get anything. Double Dark Patch, that's nice. Let's go, and I could do an Artazon to Thin. And I think we do. We Artazon to Thin. Let's go grab a Dunsparce. We've got all 4 of our moons. That's nice. Let's go and discard some energy. Draw 2 cards. There's the Sada's Vitality. That's fantastic. Let's see if off the Dudunsparce we can get like an Ultra Ball or something here. Runaway Draw. Trekking Shoes. Okay, let's get 1 more energy in the discard pile. Yeah, we're going to hold on to that other Sada and energy. Yeah, we're going to hold on to that Prime Catcher as well, actually. And let's go. And I think we snipe out the Kirlia here. So let's go and... Ooh. Now, how do we want to approach this? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think we Dark Patch and... we can Dark Patch Prime Catcher and then save the Sada's Vitality for later if it's only going to be 1 energy. I would like to draw more cards. I don't think we have to. And let's go attach the second energy. And we could Explorer's Guidance and draw. That's probably the play. And then we can hold on to Sada for later. Let's go and grab... Okay. Yeah, let's go grab... Ooh. Can we afford to get rid of a... Yeah, let's go grab a Dunsparce and 1 of the Earthen Vessels. And let's be mindful of how much energy we are using here. I'm going to get rid of the... Let's get rid of Artazon. I don't think our opponent's going to get rid of Artazon on their own accord. So let's go Prime Catcher up the Kirlia here. And arguably I should have saved it for the Gardevoir EX. But I'm going to try and be the aggressor here. And say, bet. You're not going to... You're not going to be able to keep up with me at this point. I'm just going to run single prizers the whole time. Baby Moon. And let's see how they approach it now. Okay, now they pull out the other ones. Okay, are they going to get there? I don't think they hit their... I don't think we see a Gardevoir right now. I don't think they have enough cards for it. Okay, they're just going to TM Evo here. That's fine. They're going to fall behind 2 prizes. And then we just have to keep up our momentum for the rest of the game. I really wanted to show the big Roaring Moon. But if we don't have to, then this is fine. This is absolutely fine. Yeah, if we go up 2 prizes, then that's going to be a really hard hill for them to climb up. And yeah, right now they only have 1 card, so amazing tempo for us. Okay, let's go and discard some energy here. All right, and we can discard a second energy here and draw 2. Amazing tempo right now for us. We will go and grab ourselves... Now, we have to make sure we don't overdraw here. Yeah, down to 12 cards. I'm going to attach energy to this Roaring Moon. And we'll go and put the second capsule on. And I could use the... I'm not going to draw any more cards with the Dunsparce. I don't think we have to. Wolf Vengeance Fletchling for 150. And arguably, the capsules may not matter soon. Like, we might want to save it for a Desperation Roaring Moon later. I really hope we get the... Oh, we don't need the Super Rod right now. Or even soon. We do need more cards in the... Yeah, we've burned through our card pool really fast here. So, That's something we'll have to keep in mind. Oh, Master Ball. I mean, that's a choice. That's a choice. But yeah, holding on to 3 Sada's Vitality. Yeah, the only thing is being mindful of how many cards are left in the deck. I mean, they run like quad Iono, right? At worst, 3 Iono. So they will refresh our hand for us, hopefully. And let's see where they go. I mean, if they don't attack right now, I think they're toast. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, they have to burn. I guess if they go 170, no, we're gonna have enough. We're gonna have enough cards in the. I think we're gonna have enough ancient cards that we can knock out even a Drifloon or a Screamtail with the cape. At this rate. Okay, the Balloon Blast for 240. And that's fine. Okay, they draw 8. Yeah, they get 1 prize card. I think, yeah, the question here going forward is how do we not draw into all our cards? And yeah, we can Sada right now. 1, 2. 987. Ooh. Okay, let's have the Dudunsparce ready. Ooh, do I want to hold on to my capsules right now? I think we hold on to our capsules. I don't think we need to rush to put those in. Yeah, I think we can just start attacking here. Vengeance Fletchling. And we still have a boss, right? No, we used our boss. Okay. I think we got rid of boss off in Explorer's Guidance. Three. Like, we're in a really good spot right now. Yeah, we're not going to be able to counter catch her at this point. Oh, wow. They are going in with the Gardevoir. That feels terrible. Oh, no. Yeah, we're hitting this for weakness. I think the only place we can out of desperation, we should be able to get a Roaring Moon from nothing, like a Roaring Moon EX, and then put a capsule on it, make it 290, if we really needed that. And we might. Let's see, they get their Screamtail. And the Screamtail, yeah, they're gonna have to put a bunch of damage on it. Like, we could even attack. I don't want to attack with the Dunsparce. I could for 10. Let's see, if they put 4 on it, we can just go Dunsparce for 1. But, like, we have almost our whole board set up. There's the Iono. And the potential saving grace here is we should draw into the... No, we didn't draw into the Rod. Okay, that's fine. We do have a Dark Patch if need be. We haven't lost... We've lost 1 or... Yeah, we still have time. So let's see how this changes things up. Oh, counter catcher. Are they just stalling for time? They might be. This is actually, in that sense, this is kind of annoying. Because now we have to 2, 4, 6. There's 3 energy in the deck. So we'll have to draw into at least 1 so we can get Greninja out of here. Okay, they're just going to attack with the... I think this is the worst thing. Okay, they're going to try and stall. I see what they're doing now. Yeah. I get it. They're going to try and trap Greninja in the active. If they snipe out the Dunsparce, that actually could be the play, right? And then we're kind of in a weird spot. But let's see. We do have Ultra Ball to bail us out if need be, and we get rid of a Roaring Moon. Yeah, I would hit the Dunsparce if I were them. Yep. That's the play. And let's see if we can make this work. Okay, yeah, there's the energy. That's going to put them in an awkward spot. We'll retreat. And yeah, we just need 3 prizes. So right now, I don't need... Let's go in Artazon for a second. Oh, I don't have it anymore. Okay. Let's go and Artazon. I'm going to grab a Dunsparce here and let's draw. And so that was actually a bad... We did get rid of a Dark Patch there, unfortunately. Let's go Runaway Draw. Sada's Vitality. That's nice. We'll hold on to that for now. And let's go and swing Vengeance Fletchling. Two. There's a Dunsparce. We're in a pretty good spot still. Like, not entirely. Like, there is a world where they trap the Greninja again. And we get stuck with 13 cards. That's totally possible. Did we see the rod? I don't think we did. I think we prized the rod. Next time we Artazon, let's go and look. Okay, they get their super rod rolling. And it's nice that we can face up with a single prize board here. It does kind of suck that I got rid of the boss's orders when I did. But we were able to get rolling there, and I wanted to be the aggressor here. And yeah, the Prime Catcher, maybe, I think I used it too soon. Yeah, if they're going in with the Drifloon at this point, and they're just smashing the active, then we should be good to go. I guess worst case scenario, if they trap, we can use Sada's Vitality to draw 3 cards, and we should be able to get at least one of the other energies back. But yeah, in a single prize race, it's just going to be smash, smash, smash. Yeah, we just need 2 knockouts and we're good. So let's see how they go about this for the rest of it. I think, yeah, it's got to be trap the Greninja a couple more times. Otherwise, yeah, they've probably got at least one more counter catcher. Okay, Arven. If they're attacking with the Drifloon, they have to attack the active. So counter catcher is... Let's see. Because, yeah, right now with the Bravery, they can hit 300 with the Drifloon. They can only hit the active, so they can't... There's no point in trying to trap the Greninja to snipe it out. Man, Gardevoir is so slow on Pokemon TCG Live. I wish there was a better way of attaching that energy. In real life, it's just like, here's my 6 cards or my 4 cards, done. But like on PTCG Live, the animation of the energy going in and the 20 damage, like it's so slow. Painfully slow. I would love to... I don't think we're going to be in a position to be able to knock out that Gardevoir. Yeah, they're just going to hit with Balloon Blast. That's fine. And let's see if we can get a hold of, like, one more energy. That would be nice. And I'm going to put the Dunsparce down. And I don't think we're getting anything off the Artazon at this point. Let's go take a look at our cards and see what we even have. Oh, we are getting a second Dunsparce. Awesome. So we've got 2 Dudunsparce, 1 Sada, Explorer's Guidance, 2 Dark Patches. The Super Rod is in there. Okay. We have no energy in the deck, which is horrifying. So this is it. Oh, yeah, okay. So we have to pray we are not getting trapped here. Or we're getting an energy off this pull. Okay, let's go see. Okay, there's the energy. So if they try and trap us, we have some options. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is energy 8. So the last one's an energy 2. Yeah, I think they're going to try and run the Screamtail trap again. Or yeah, they're going to trap the Greninja. That's fine. Hopefully we don't get Iono down to like 1 card. I mean, if they Iono us potentially into the Dudunsparce, then we're fine, but I think they're doing all they can, considering the circumstances, to make this work for them. I do want to hold on to... I don't think we need this Roaring Moon at this point. I think we can turn that into a Dudunsparce and draw cards. We can Super Rod if we really need to. Okay, let's see how they play it, though. They've got 5 cards in hand, or 5 cards in the deck. They've got a damage pump in there, too. That's a tech I've started. I've seen it in Japanese lists. They probably have 1 more Iono here. Oh, yeah, they've got themselves down to, like, nothing. Huh, yeah, getting rid of Arvins at this point. Yeah, if we get Iono'd here, there's a decent chance that we will run into a Dunsparce and just draw. And we can draw like half our deck at this point. And really hoping that we... Okay, let's see how they play it. I think they can do... There's even kind of a cool scenario where we could attack with... we could finish the match off with Dunsparce, right? They've got 8... They only have 10 HP. They don't have to. We've got too many Pokemon on the board at this point. Okay, let's see how they play it. Hopefully they don't Iono us right here. Pokemon League Headquarters is very annoying. Okay, they Arvin. That's fine. League Headquarters does suck. But we have an answer for that. If they're just going to play Arvin right now, yeah, that was a waste. So, yeah, we just Sada's Vitality and we're golden. But, yeah, interesting techs here to try and slow us down. I have not seen a Pokemon League Headquarters in a Gardevoir list before, but we have the pieces we need. They did have some stuff to counter us, which was very cool on their part. So what we're going to do is we will hard retreat with the Greninja, and we're going to Sada's Vitality up and just attach the 1 Dark Energy. And you know what? Let's go Super Rod for funsies and grab a Roaring Moon and 2 Dark Energy. And we will go and swing. We don't have to swing. They just take the win. Yeah, I know we farted around a little bit more than we needed to there. I just wanted to show, like, we could have kept going, and maybe I didn't have to. I didn't have to, but regardless, we take that win. Now, against classic Roaring Moon, like the Squawkabilly Moltres version of Yore, that is a tough matchup because Gardevoir can like just single prize all day, but baby Roaring Moon there absolutely carried us. And even if we weren't hitting for weakness, like we were not in a position to take out the Gardevoir. I did burn our Prime Catcher probably a little too soon, but I wanted that early game tempo in, and then we ended up going up 2 prizes because they couldn't catch up. So you know, maybe in the long run it was fine. It was just, it led to a slower match. But yeah, having the ability to go single prize the whole way through with this Roaring Moon, doing decent damage. I mean, enough to knock out, because they have to put so much damage on their Pokemon. And Gardevoir generally can be a tough matchup for the old Roaring Moon because they're getting 2 prizes for 1, but we can go single prize all the way through once we got the early game tempo. Like, really all you need is a 1 prize lead to really push this out. And we had a 2-prize lead, and then even some of their traps where they tried to trap the Greninja. Thankfully, we had answers to that. Like, we just happened to draw into energy or whatever. But that's definitely something that you can get punished for, is having that Greninja and getting it trapped. And like, it's very easy as the Roaring Moon player to want to throw all your energy in the discard pile. But keep in mind that you can get trapped, at least with the Greninja. With the Dunsparce and the Dudunsparce, you can just kind of get those off the board or free pivot. But keep some energy in hand so that you can hard retreat if you have to. GG's. There we go. That is a look at the Roaring Moon the Dunsparce deck. Again, one of the most fun decks you can be playing right now. And if you're concerned about losing your Roaring Moon because rotation really hurt the old way to play the deck, the kind of old way to play the deck with the Squawkabilly and the Mew still exists, and I do plan on covering it at some point. But I think that the Dunsparce, and like, I'm recording this just before Orlando Regionals is happening today, so maybe a classic Roaring Moon deck will do better this time around. But the Roaring Moon to Dunsparce combo has already proven its worth at EUIC and at online tournaments before EUIC and after EUIC. So I think this deck is going to be a threat in the meta for the foreseeable future. But what say you? Do you like the deck? Do you hate the deck? Do you think there are other decks that can work well with the Dunsparce? Or whatever you want to talk about, let me know in the comments below. But for now, I got to get going. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at In Third Person. You can find me on Twitch at In Third Person, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.